Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight, it is the second of our back-to-back sprint weekends. We are heading to COTA for the American Grand Prix. And the pressure is mounting a little bit. We didn't have the greatest of results last night. We did well in the sprint, really well in the sprint, with a got a 1-2. And then race day, it just didn't work. We slipped back a little bit. We didn't even make the podium in the end, just 4th and 6th. It wasn't a great race for us. And I think that's partly down to strategy. When I went with the with the hard tires, probably should have gone with the mediums instead. Also, partly down to our lack of medium speed performance in the corners, and just a little bit of bad luck as well. It just, didn't come together for us. So hopefully tonight will be a little bit better. We have got a brand new underfloor on the car for tonight's Grand Prix. We've got new chassis on the way as well. There you can see we've got a Mark V chassis. I hope it's in production. It is. There we go. We will have our first one in 5 days, second one in 14 days. So I'll have one for Mexico. I'll have two by the time we hit Sao Paulo. So that will be the final upgrade on the car. Everything else is now just maintaining the spare parts that we've got and hoping that we've still got enough of an advantage to at least, finish well, if not winning races, so that we can still try and secure these titles. We do have leads, but they did go down a little bit last night. So you can see in the driver's title, Oscar Piastri is now 80 points ahead of Max Verstappen. That gap was brought down a little bit last night. And then in the Constructors' Championship, we are 123 points clear of Red Bull. That gap also has come down just a little bit. So have we got enough of a buffer in case we can't get back to winning ways? Hopefully, we shall see. Right, our car for tonight, with its new underfloor, is looking a bit better than it was. We are struggling a little bit in the low speed. We're at 11th place now in the low speed. So other teams have definitely brought upgrades for this Grand Prix. We're also 4th now in top speed. Other teams have pipped us in that respect. But we've pulled back a lot in the medium speed. It's a shame we didn't have this underfloor last night. And in the high speed, we've pulled a little bit back there as well. So we've got a bit more of the better balance between our cornering and our speed. We've still got a lightning quick acceleration. We've still got the best DRS on the grid. We're still very quick, even if we're not the outright quickest. We're still very, very quick. And by improving our cornering, we should hopefully be more competitive throughout the lap rather than just in certain areas of the lap. So we are going to set some targets and see how well we can do. Let's have a look. The incentive is to get both cars into Q3. That shouldn't be an issue at all. I'm going to go 2 in the top 6 tonight. I think top 6 is achievable. Let's see. Both cars should get into Q2. Fastest lap is the target. Let's see what we want to guarantee. I'm going to go 2 in the top 6 again. Just hedging my bet slightly. So that's where we finished last night. We've got a new finish position streak tonight. 2 in the top 6 for 2 races. And we're partway through our quali streak, which is 2 in the top 6 for 4. 1 down, 3 races to go, including tonight. So our targets are set. Let us head to COTA.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. The Circuit of the Americas is known for its bumpy surface, and with around 133 feet of elevation changes, starting with the uphill climb to turn 1, the Big Red, it's an all-round challenge for cars and drivers. The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key.
It's not a usual F1 weekend though, with qualifying brought forward to make way for an all-out sprint race which will decide the grid for the Grand Prix.
That's all here. Now back to the action.
Okay, it's another sprint weekend, so once again, not putting Ollie in the car. Got to protect what's left of Mick's engine supply. It's not looking good. He is going to start struggling soon once that engine starts wearing down a bit further. Let's go with that gearbox, that engine, that ERS. So COTA is quite a long lap, so it's only 16 laps for a day one run. Let's go with that engine. We'll go with that ERS. And that gearbox. Right. Evening, Mr. Water. Evening, Victor. Well, if you're still with us. Evening, Zeus. Let's start with some setups. You took my advice on the engineers and it's paying dividends. Yes, there you see. Contrary to popular belief, you know what I'm talking about. Right. Let's put some setups on these cars. So starting with Mick, we will go with an 8, a 13, a 2.8. I'll go with a 3.4 and 0.05. And for Oscar, we'll go slightly different. I'm going to try a 12.5 on Oscar. Let's see if this one works. A 3.5, 0.7. And with that, I think they are ready to go. Oh, tyres. I need to change the tyres. There we go. Again, mediums. It went soft for a minute then. Yeah, we'll go mediums.
Copy, same. Okay, radio check.
It's a radio check.
Okay, mate, loud and clear there.
A bit less curb.
Yeah.
All right, they are off and running. So I was considering hard tyres and doing a hard, medium, soft tyre run, but last night has made me reevaluate that, and I think what I'll probably do is soft, medium, medium, but not necessarily in that order. Probably go medium, medium, soft.
Any comments on balance?
We're 85%. That isn't good enough.
No.
Need to call them in quickly.
Good entry. Pin limiter on. Let's stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds and go to P1 please.
As always with sprint weekends, vital to get the car set up as best you can in the opening session. So to me suggests it is a 12.5 circuit. But it is not going to be the same setup that I've got on Oscar's car. I've only got a couple of setups here. One of them is a 5.5. The other one's a 0.7. Everything else is the same. No, wait. That's not a 12.5. That's a 13. I've only got the one 12.5 setup. So this one we're going to have to really kind of wing it. Going to go 8.5 isn't going to cut it. What if I pull that back to a 2.8? Let me try that. Again, just in case we've got that right, we will add extra fuel to run to the flag. If not, we'll call him in early again. Oh, that is definitely not right for Oscar.
Your comments? Feels okay for now. Copy.
We're way off with Oscar.
That's good bit late.
Oh, don't tell me it's a 13.5. I've ever seen a 13.5. Oh, no, that's going to be a 13 then. Okay. Let's pull that back to a 2.8. Let's go with a 3.45 and a 0.2. It's right on the margins. That's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, I'll go with that. I didn't put the... Oh, no, he doesn't need the extra... Well, no, he does. Does need extra fuel. I'll have to splash that in before I release him. That should be enough.
There's a yellow flag now.
Spin for George. So, last year in the sprint, we got a 1-2 here, and then we didn't do that well in the race itself. I hope history doesn't repeat itself. At least as far as the race goes. I'd like it to repeat itself as far as the sprint goes. We want to be taking maximum points at every opportunity. Oh, it's a 77. That's bad. That's very bad. That means I've gone the wrong way on the rear wing.
Guys, waiting for you.
So this is going to be my first. It's going to be a 13.5 going into the book. I'm actually going to grab last year's notebook. And I'm just going to have a look and see if I had any 13.5s for COTA on that one. I did. Had one. All right, let me have a look at that. So 8.13.5. 3.7. Not convinced about the 3.7. 3.45. And a 0. It ain't going to be that. That is very close. I think that could be it. Evening, City.
How is the car?
Ah, got it nailed for Oscar. Thank God for that. At least one of the cars is going to be tip-top. So we have a brand new setup for tonight. For the book. Where's my pen? There it is. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Oscar's in. Well, let me have a look at this one. That one is already in the book. At least I'm going to get some good feedback from Mick before he boxes.
That is the check.
Can I get 3 out of 5? Please get 3 out of 5. Yes. Alright, that takes a little bit less of the a little bit more of the guesswork out of it. And we've got to get prepped very quickly now for the sprint quali.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out who's got what it takes as we establish the grid for the sprint.
In this session, drivers will be fighting for grid position in the weekend sprint race. Only the fastest 10 will make it to Q3, where they're in with a chance of taking pole.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
I have to say, compared to their teammate, they're on a completely different level at the moment. No doubt the stronger of the two.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
All right, so the 13.5 works. The 8 is not quite there. The traction isn't there, so it is going to be a 3.7. I know that that is optimal on the stability. I don't know about the cornering. I think I've probably overdone the cornering. I'm going to go with that and hope that that's going to give me the results that I need. Take a screenshot just in case. Right, we need the good bits in the car. Down to the last engine in ERS for Mick. That'll be fine for quali. All right, let's send them out.
Green light, green light. Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can.
Copy.
Build some tyre temp. Copy.
So Russell making his way onto the track means we will probably catch him at some point on the lap. Hopefully not in a tricky position. And Perez is coming out as well. That might be it. Awkward into turn one.
So nobody.
And Joe coming out as well now.
Good to push.
Oscar will be fine. Well, sorry, Mick will be fine, but I think Oscar might have an issue. There's the Ferrari. At least we're out in front of Zhou. There is Zhou behind us. So, need Perez to get out of the way and stay out of the way, which he has done. Good, thank you very much. Cut back to Mick. Now a little concerned about where we're going to catch George. As Bashaw makes his way onto the track. Mick with the edge so far. Purple in both sectors. And I think George is just far enough ahead that he won't be an issue. Yeah, he's on his flying lap now. So that was quite nice. No delay there for us. See what benchmark time Mick can put down. It's a 1:32.4. Here comes Oscar.
We will box at the end of this lap.
Oh, wow. That is a huge difference.
Cool the car on the way in.
Copy.
7/10. What is going on with Oscar? Just not getting up to speed. He has to run again, which is really frustrating. Are we having that same annoying issue of not getting the tyres up to temp on the first run with Oscar that we had in previous seasons? Let's see what time Russell does, and that'll give us an idea as to whether Mick's time is safe as well. Should be safe. As Leclerc now leaves the pits. Oh, that's very close to Schumacher. I might have to send them both out. I think I will, just to be on the safe side.
Stop on the marks and switch off when you get it.
As we see Ocon pulling out in front of us. Wow, Zhou. Only 2.5 tenths behind Mick. So yeah, I don't think that time is safe. Evening, Baron. We are going to focus on Oscar, who needs a big improvement.
So we need to be working on the tyres.
Yep, copy.
Wow, Vashaw goes third, identical time to Russell. Leclerc crosses the line to start his flying lap. Okay, Max still in the garage. So this is to set a new benchmark. I'm expecting to see some purples. And he is purple in the first. Well, the car's on track. It's going to be a busy lap. Max making his way out now.
And track clear, track clear.
Right in front of us.
So start.
Leclerc purple in the middle.
It will be go one.
Sainz goes quickest with a 132.4. 22 thousandths ahead of Mick. Leclerc crosses the line, goes a 131.9. 4 tenths quicker than us. Schumacher has gone purple in the first. Oscar's improved. Max moves out of the way. No improvement for Mick in the middle, but Oscar's improved. How can he not really with a time that slow? Poor Cher's gone 2 tenths quicker than Mick. Oscar's down to 13th place now. And we've still got loads of cars left to set a time. Right, Mick. The line. Improves to second. Oscar improves to 4th. And that should hopefully now be good enough to get us through, because I've taken a fair bit of life out of those tyres. As Max starts his flying lap. Getting very busy on the track. Let's see if Max can put in a good solid time here. Might get held up slightly through these S's. He is getting held up through the S's. Quite badly as well. This is not going to be a good first sector. He might get held up a little bit behind Mick here as well.
Good entry.
Not a great lap for Max, I don't think. See what the time is.
Okay, mate. Stop on the marks and switch off.
Oh wow, it's the slowest time. He lost so much time through the S's. That alone probably put him down there. Well, we're safe, but Max is very much not. So, potential drama here. He makes his way back to the pits. Again, lots of cars on the track. Here he is again. he is now in a position where he should be able to get a little bit of a tow from Leclerc. So, Leclerc has a good lap, Max is going to have a good lap. And this will propel Max towards the top of the timings. I can only hope that the Red Bulls do get held up here. They will have some slower cars to work through. Just depends on where they catch them. I'm not going to catch them in the S's by the look of it. Or maybe one of them. Oh, a little lift there. That compromised Max a touch, but he will have improved. He's gone purple. Now he's getting the long distance slipstream there. Goes purple again, so Max is going to get through unless something disastrous happens here in the final sector, which isn't looking likely. That's a shame. For a second there I thought maybe we were being thrown a lifeline from the F1 gods, but it's not going to happen. Max goes top with a mighty tow from Leclerc, and it looks as though we are going to have to do some slipstream qualifying in the last two sessions. Right, how did we do on mixed setup? 97. That's not bad. We'll leave it at that. We could change the front wing, but it will throw other bits out. So we won't improve. We'll just have a detrimental effect.
Should be green. Fix on the tyres. Copy. Okay, let's concentrate on that warm up. Copy.
And he's not pulling over to let Mick through. Tyres are down a little bit on Schumacher, but not by much. Leclerc's out early as well. He's on the long back straight right now.
So gap ahead is good. Okay, so go one and push.
Clear track ahead.
Oscar's tyres are in the window. Again, just slightly cooler than Schumacher's, but they are at least in the right temperature window. .24.8 against the 24.6. It's a couple of tenths. This one's going to be slightly corrupted because slipstream, so a 37.1. 37.4. So it's going to be that's at least half a second between the two now. There's a 30.3.
Delta stay negative.
Against a 30.2, another 10th dropped.
Copy. Let's follow the Delta. We will box at the end of this lap. Let's box at the end of this lap. Copy.
And Leclerc splits us. Max now starting his flying lap. Stroll a long way off on his first lap, a very long way off. Even accounting for Mick getting the slipstream, if you take Leclerc's time, he's 1.1 seconds slower than the Red Bull. Big gap. I mean, he's half a second, 0.7 of a second slower than Maloney right now. All right, here's Leclerc going to get in Max's way here.
Oh, it's got a bit late.
He might do. He is. No, just pulls out of the way there. Max is good enough for second. These tyres are very, very dead now, but I'm looking to see if I can just boost the confidence, ready for the final run. So we want Schumacher to run in front.
Work on your fronts and your brakes.
Copy.
There he goes. Not expecting an improvement from Schumacher at all. I'm hoping for a little improvement from Oscar, but at the very least, we will boost the confidence if we do need to run again on new softs. And that's the important thing. That's why I'm sending them out on these tyres. To try and improve Oscar if we can, but to definitely improve the confidence for completing another flying run. Getting pulled over there for a Williams. That's Magnussen. Can we close back up to Schumacher? Still a little distant. A little bit too distant.
We need some pace. Copy. Energy is available.
Copy. Clear track ahead. Alright, mate, let's go.
That's better. Close the gap up a little bit. Ah, I've got a Ferrari coming out in front of us. That compromises Mick. Actually works out quite well because that's just closed the gap for Oscar a little bit more. Mick's already through. More problems. A Williams in the way. This will compromise Mick again. Hopefully it won't compromise Oscar. It doesn't. Excellent stuff. Oscar's now in prime. Oh, it's a lock-up. No, and he's letting his teammate through again. God damn it.
Just went into quick. So annoying.
Shit. Shit. Yeah, that's not good. It's killed Mick's confidence. So Oscar's not going to get the improvement he needs. And he didn't get the confidence boost either because I took manual control. Piss.
Procedures, please.
Yeah, copy.
That all went horribly wrong.
So I'm bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
And I am now going to have to run Oscar again. Mick destroyed his tyres with that lockup, as you can see. And I don't think Oscar's safe. I really don't. Really didn't want to have to run him on new tyres in this session.
Let's go pit lane.
Oh, yellow flag on track. Is that Mick again? It is. Oh, what's going on with Mick?
I don't know what just happened.
Okay, understood.
Now we see this was at turn 15. And the rear just lets go. And that certainly wouldn't have been in their plans today.
It's just as well Mick doesn't need to run again because his confidence is not good.
Oops.
Pit limits are on. Stop on the marks.
Oh, and I'm stuck behind two very slow cars, aren't I?
Prepare the lap. Yep.
Well, stuck behind one slow car. For sure. Gap is big enough. Shaw might get a little bit of a toe off the back of Max. Hopefully, we can get enough improvement here to not have to scrap our way past him. But still get through. So this is an important lap for Oscar.
So we should be good on traffic. Go one last moment and push when you're ready.
Purple in the first. And now we get the potential issue of being held up. Are we quick enough?
Take some free air.
Couldn't get the dive bomb. Purple in the middle. Hopefully we don't lose too much time here in the final sector.
Let's check a flag.
We're into the drop zone.
Big PU cooling.
Copy.
And it is good enough for pole. Provisional. Only just over Max. But we're through. Russell only just gets through in the end as well. So that puts Oscar on the back foot a little bit. Having to use an extra set of tyres early. We'll use that set now. And new tyres for Mick.
Green light.
Focus on tyres and brakes.
Copy. Again, let's concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Max is out early. We've got Sainz and Pourchaire out as well. And another little flurry of activity from the pit lane. So who we got coming out? We've got Perez and Leclerc and Albon. We get ready to start our flying lap now.
So track is clear. Go one.
Clear track in front.
We're good to push next lap.
Got a decent little gap to those cars that have just left the pits. Hopefully they're not going to get in our way. Mick quicker than Oscar, as you would expect, given that he is in that slipstream here. You can see how much he's closing up there. Right onto the back of Oscar now. Right, so Mick's going to throw in a benchmark time for us here. Let's see if it's going to be quick enough.
Your P2 currently. That's a good lap.
1:31.5. That's pretty good.
Currently sat in P1.
Okay, so normal in-lap procedures from here, please.
Max is 0.3 slower at the moment than Schumacher. Leclerc now starting his flying lap. I think it is going to be just us and the Red Bulls in this fight tonight, in terms of the pole position.
That's good pit lane.
Oh, wow, Leclerc had a really bad lap. Look at that. He is way off the pace. This is our final run. I want to just try and make sure that we get clean air on the track.
Okay, so let's concentrate on some tyre
So that we can
now.
improve Oscar's time.
To work on the fronts.
Yep.
Lovely.
So we should be crossing the line with a little under 4 minutes on the clock. Porsche is leaving the pits. Hopefully that's not going to be in a position to get in our way. Don't want anyone else to leave the pits now. Just turn that off just in case Mick makes a mistake again like he did on his last flying run in Q2.
Good to push next lap.
Gap ahead is good.
All right, we've got no one else coming out in front of us. That's good. And that's a pretty sizable gap to Porsche, so we might not even catch Porsche. Everyone else leaving the pits now. No improvement for Mick as expected. Oscar has improved, but he didn't go purple. However, he is very close here. So we should see the gap shrink between the two cars here. It does a little bit. Is this enough to go purple in the middle? No, it's not. Into the final couple of corners. This is definitely going to be an improvement for Oscar. Is it enough to go to the front row? It's enough for pole, just. So now it's all down to what Max and Charles can do.
Currently P1. Run switch cool and box. Copy.
Not quite sure I understand the question there, Baron. No improvement from Max in the first sector. Leclerc now about to start his flying lap. Oh, is there a part difference between the cars, or has Mick got the edge? It seems Mick has the edge. There's no part difference.
Stop on the marks, wait 2 seconds and then switch.
And there's the correction from Baron. Yeah, I managed to decipher it just before that came through. Yeah, no, there's no difference between the cars. They're both running the same spec, so Mick's just had that little edge tonight. Here comes Max across the line. He's not improved so far. And he doesn't improve overall. Sainz goes up to 5th place. Perez now jumps up to 7th. Leclerc is slowest at the moment, but he is going to improve. Even in Turkish Air, how's the World Drivers' Championship and World Constructors' Championship going? We're ahead in both. 80 points in the drivers, about 120 odd in the constructors. But Red Bull do seem to have a little bit of an edge over us at the moment. Leclerc is going to get compromised slightly here at the end by Porsche. And Leclerc stays 10th. Leclerc stays 10th. That helps. He will move forward during the sprint. Of that I have no doubt. But he's starting outside of the points for the sprint. That helps. That very much helps us. All right, then, final practice. Hard tyres going to run for the whole session. Get that track knowledge up as much as we can. Although Oscar does have a slightly less powered engine tonight, that might be a deciding factor as well. I think the Red Bull engine starts losing power at 85%, so maybe that contributed slightly. If that is the case, expect Oscar to be quicker from Mexico onwards when he puts his last engine in. Evening, Adrian.
And green light.
So we've done all the hard work setup-wise. This is now just a run to the flag to get the track knowledge up. Any updates coming? We do still have a new chassis in production. We'll have one available for Mexico, 2 for Brazil, and then a spare after Brazil. But we are running a brand new underfloor tonight. And of course, we had that new new front wing last night at Qatar. So, yeah, we're into the final parts in terms of upgrades for this car. Everything else now will just be research. There's no point even starting a design project now, because if we're lucky, we might get it for Abu Dhabi. And that would just be a waste of time and money, which we don't really have that much of anymore. 'The underfloor wasn't a huge improvement on what we had, but it was enough to certainly give us a little bit of extra downforce, which we were starting to struggle with against the rest of the field. They have brought upgrades tonight as well, so our car is a little bit better balanced, but not quite now as competitive outright in terms of speed as it was. We've slipped to the 4th fastest car now. In terms of top speed anyway. Still got the best acceleration, best DRS, and improvements in the medium and high speed cornering, lacking a little bit in the low speed. And that's not down to the way we designed the underfloor, it's simply down to how other teams have brought upgrades for this race. Eleventh for low speed cornering. Yeah, it's the weakest of our 3 areas in the cornering. There are some low speed corners that are quite critical in upcoming tracks, but there's also, by the same token, some in critical medium and high speed corners coming up, and I'm glad that we've got those improved. So hopefully our really strong acceleration will help counter a little bit of the loss of the low speed performance. Need to keep both cars on track. Just caught that in time. So Oscar should just about hit 99, maybe 100%. Mick will be a little bit below. So 94 and 98 are starting percentages for this weekend's racing. Not bad. Mick looks like he is literally just inside very high confidence there. Time for the sprint.
We're back, and the action is set to get even better today as the drivers go racing in the sprint. And whilst qualifying has already established today's starting grid, the results of the sprint will determine the lineup for the Grand Prix itself.
Of course, when it comes to a sprint, it's not just about setting the grid for the Grand Prix. The drivers will be fighting hard to gain valuable championship points.
But the question is, who will be the lone star in the sprint around Texas?
Tyres in the sprint. Possibly. I might change my mind on that. I want to check my tyre allocation. But I'm probably going to go medium tyres. And the DRS will be fine for the sprint. And then we'll change it for the race. And we'll go with that gearbox. That's still leaving 2 sets of mediums and plenty of softs. Okay.
The grid is all set here in Texas for the 19 laps of today's sprint.
Always a popular event with the audiences in Austin. We're hoping to see drivers dueling it out around the circuit of the Americas.
Well then, folks, it's time to get going. Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint. And it's lights out. And
So it looks like all the cars behind us are also on mediums. Perez and Albon on hards, along with Bashaw.
Need to defend that.
Do your best.
See if we can break away from Max on this opening lap.
Push the tyres now.
Yeah. Come on.
Just for this opening lap, no
We
fighting.
will be swapping cars.
I want to break the DRS if I can. Let Stroll put Max under some pressure. Do want to turn these tyres down. And that's going to have to wait a moment.
So DRS in. Currently P1. Car
Come on,
behind is
Stroll, stay with Max. Stay with him.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Yeah, take it easy.
Shit, Max has caught us.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres. Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Alright, so things we couldn't break away, we will slow the pace down. Make sure that we back the field into each other again. Close up those DRS gaps. And also make sure that we can look after our tyres a little bit. Save a little bit of battery as well. Max is going to try and throw it up the inside of Mick as well. Thankfully, we managed to box him in behind us. You can see we're already starting to just slowly build that tyre advantage. Not so much over Max, but certainly over Stroll, Sainz, Porsche, Russell. Leclerc is up to 9th place. Still outside of the sprint points for now.
Used energy.
Copy.
Keep going.
Recharge on.
Right, so now that Max is through, we'll go into harvest mode. I'm hoping that we've got enough pace to stay with him and charge while keeping the tyres on this pace setting, but we will change the pace of the tyres if we need to. We want to try and again, as I often say, let Max do the heavy lifting for us. Push the pace at the front so that we can reap the benefits of just protecting the car and still going quick.
Alright, buddy, push. Okay, recharge on.
Have just dipped out, so we'll have to close that gap. Still plenty of time left in this sprint. 5 laps down. 14 to go. And Max is pushing those tyres. Trying to break away from us.
Used energy.
We're almost back on him. Yellow flag. Spin for someone. Porsche, perhaps. Yep, Porsche is dropping down the orders.
Yellow flag. Now with the Haas.
Just on the power, just a touch too soon there.
And there's not much they can do
and that's going to put him to the back of the grid. And that's another place gain now for Leclerc, who is now into the sprint points. We are right on the edge of DRS.
Copy.
We need to focus on the
We've
energy.
broken away from Stroll.
Copy.
And now we're where we need to be.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Let's recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
So given Leclerc is still stuck down at the bottom of the points, well, they just moved past Perez into 7th. It's going to be a three-way scrap for the sprint win between us and Verstappen. We've got a 3-second gap now to Stroll. And we're already approaching half distance in the sprint, so tyres are now going to be the limiting factor, and everyone else has tyres worse than us. So even if they wanted to push to close up, they couldn't. Oh, a VSC is a red flag. Oh, now that makes things very interesting. Is that Perez? It is. Perez has binned it. And you see a big chunk of his rear wing is missing. There'll be further damage to the car as well. That's a retirement. Magnussen is still going. So who did he hit? Or did he just drop it? I think he might have had a collision with
Let's have a
Albon.
look at that. Now this is Sergio Perez.
Yeah, he did. Albon just clipped his rear wheel.
They can't avoid
I saw a little bit of damage to Albon's front wing, and that was enough to send Perez sliding into the barrier. Just unsettled the car.
The crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
That should be a penalty for Albon there. And now we're going to use a set of these soft tyres. And I pretty much imagine everybody else will do exactly the same there.
And it's a standing restart
Yeah,
now.
whole
for
grid
the sprint.
is on soft tyres. So that makes things a little
And it's
trickier.
lights out, and away we go.
And we've got way too much fuel on board now.
You can push more.
It is a penalty for Albon.
I do not want you fighting as long as that's clear.
So Albon is not going to finish in the top 10. He's not going to finish in the top 8 for points. Because that penalty, which he isn't going to get the time to serve, is going to drop him multiple positions.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
I want to see what the wear rate is. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We could go like that and they would just about make it to the end as about 35% maybe. Now we are going to be running in dirty air, which is going to affect the tyres, temperature-wise. That's why I'm not pushing them here at the start. I'm also waiting for Max to make his break, and then we'll go with him and then try and surpass him. Because Max did not attack on that first lap. At least not with a battery anyway. We did. Max just pushed his tyres, I think. And already Stroll is outside of DRS range. Just about. Might sneak back in. No, he didn't. So he's immediately going to come under pressure from Sainz. We're now into a little bit of a cat and mouse phase here. See who's going to blink first. I think Max is starting to wind up. Let's have a little bit of battery from Mick, just to close that gap slightly. Oh wait, no, it's Oscar that needs the battery, not Mick.
Use energy. Copy.
There we go.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Max is still pushing his tyres a little harder, but we're in that slipstream, which is making it so hard for him to break away from us. I'm not sure why he hasn't used his battery yet. Or maybe he did use it on the first lap and he didn't have a full battery. That's a possibility. Maybe he's using it now. Yeah, I think he's using it now, trying to break away on this lap. We have the DRS though, so we will close back up to him. Let's keep an eye on that gap to Piastri in this sector here. Yeah, Max is going for it. We're going to respond.
Energy. Copy.
That this is that cat and mouse that I was talking about, just waiting for Max to make a move and then reacting to it. Sainz is now up into 4th. Leclerc still in 7th, tucked up behind Russell. Should get him soon. And does. Or does he? Turn the batteries back off.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep.
Back off now.
Copy.
Just letting Max know that we're there. He's backed off on this lap, I think, because Sainz is really pushing hard because Sainz has closed the gap back up. See, the 134.6 last lap. He's going defensive here. Defensive again. We will get the move done. A 136.0. That was a slow lap. That was a charge lap for Verstappen. Try and get some battery in his car.
So let's lean on these tyres.
Copy.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
All right, we broke away from Sainz. Got the undercut here on Verstappen. And now we've got the slipstream to help us make the move complete. Tyres and battery should see us complete through this sector here, which we have done. And now let's see if we can sprint away.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Right, that's the 1 second that we need.
We need to do what we can to recharge the battery.
Back off now.
A small advantage in tyre life. Nothing substantial, but enough to just push that a little bit harder if we need to.
Bring the pack up.
Trying to use DRS to help slingshot our drivers past each other. Keep stretching that lead. Like so. Because Max will try and come back at us again. Just trying on this lap by the look
Just
of it.
focus on charging the pack.
Copy. Recharge on. Okay, recharge on.
And energy is available.
Copy.
Yeah, Max is definitely fighting back.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
You're good to push on tyres?
Yep.
It's cutting. It's so tempting to see. Not tempting. It's really fine margins here. Did Max make the DRS? He did. Just damn it.
Overtake is available.
I think we might have just stretched enough though. We did.
2 laps to go.
Okay, recharge on.
So, both drivers should now be in peak confidence. They are. Excellent stuff. Max is going to keep trying to get back in range.
Use energy now. Push on the tyres.
And we've just absolutely blitzed the rest of the field. Look how far back Sainz is. Leclerc is still stuck in 7th place. Hasn't made any progress since the restart. That's excellent news. That takes points away from Red Bull. Leclerc pretty much out of the picture when it comes to the title fight. Schumacher pretty much out of the picture as well, to be fair. It's down to just getting enough points. 1 lap to go. We've built the gap again.
Recharge on.
And I'm just going to try and get them to calm down a bit now.
Back off now.
Okay, mate, we will be swapping cars.
Mick is going to play the number 2 role here. Just stay behind Oscar. Got a yellow flag on track. Someone running wide. Yeah, Gasly.
Right, so this was the 4th corner. And nearly, just running
Just
wide.
got the corner
Fighting with
completely.
car, just a little, perhaps.
This is probably Leclerc's last chance to get a move done, but look at the cars in front just blocking the road. No way through. Sainz and Stroll squabbling for 4th. Meanwhile, Oscar leading home Mick to take the 1-2 in the sprints. Unusual to get a red flag in a sprint race. I can't remember the last time I saw that. There we go. Maximum points from the sprint. 15. Oscar will stretch his gap over Verstappen by 2.
Oscar Piastri there with a stellar drive.
That was a fantastic effort. Really well done.
And it is 7th place for Leclerc, so that's only 2 points for Charles Leclerc. Red Bull will score a total of 8 points tonight. So we've outscored them by 7 in the Constructors tonight so far. Of course, main race still to come. That's where the big points are.
And a brilliant sprint win for Oscar Piastri today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
But that's a good start. So, it's Oscar from Schumacher, then Verstappen. Sainz does manage to take 4th place from Stroll by the tiniest of margins. 700ths of a second there. Russell gaining 3 places to get into the points. That's 3 points for Ferrari there. Leclerc up 3 places from where he's qualified. Helped in part by a couple of mistakes in front of him. Magnussen also gaining 3, as does Maloney. For sure, 5 places. Doesn't get points, but puts himself in a good position to try and get points in the race. Norris up a couple of places there. Porsche down 8 places with that spin, dropping him down. Albon also having a bit of a shocker there. And Perez's retirement also moving cars up the grid. So, let's see what happens in the main race.
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
No doubt there's a lot to contend with here at the United States Grand Prix. It's going to be a thrilling outcome to a thrilling weekend.
So, we are 2-stopping tonight. Gonna try and do that. But I am kind of curious. We do still have extra softs. What about if we go really aggressive? Start on the softs, push them hard, go mediums again, and then finish on a set of softs. I don't think we'd be able to break away enough. Don't think I've got 3 sets of softs left now. Okay. Let's, instead of going super aggressive, let's look at going soft, soft. Medium soft. That's also slow. Okay, so we will probably go medium soft. We're just going to have to be wary of tyre wear in the opening stints. We will have an extra set of softs, so if there's an early safety car or VSC or red flag halfway through our second soft tyre stint, then we can look to capitalise on that. 2 extra laps of fuel. Try and look after the tyres at the start if we can. We are hopefully going to control the pace at the front. Welcome back, Victor. Let's send them out.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine.
Something catastrophic to Max
Sit
would be
tight and
nice.
Get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix. It's lights out.
But
and
almost
away
everybody
we go.
starting on the mediums. Just Maloney starting on softs.
I don't want you fighting.
We've got a yellow flag already. That's a collision. It's a VSC.
I was off there.
Watch for debris.
Oh, that's a big spin. Oh, and he collected the Williams. Giovinazzi just a passenger there. Nothing he could do about that. And that is Albon and Giovinazzi out.
Stay positive.
Copy.
And that helps us protect these tyres.
This is debris for a front wing, it shouldn't be too long. Charge is good. Copy.
Albon will get a penalty in the next Grand Prix. Three-place penalty in qualifying. Plus any part penalty he has to take as well. And this should give us a fair bit of extra fuel on top of what we were already carrying. That will work against us slightly. That will make us a little heavy. Which will hurt us a little bit in the acceleration out of corners. Luckily, we do have a very strong acceleration value, fastest on the grid, so that might help counteract the negative effects of that extra fuel. Always frustrating when you go, right, I'll put a couple of extra laps of fuel in, then there's an immediate yellow flag, VSC, safety car, something like that, or a red flag, and you just get another couple of laps of fuel slapped in straight away. It's just like, if only I'd known, I'd have underfueled by a couple of laps. Did I watch the race at the weekend? I did. It wasn't bad. Another podium for Sainz. And I'm really looking forward to going back to China next weekend. Not this weekend coming, the weekend after. Just simply because we haven't been there for several years. I mean, it was an okay track. I was never a massive fan of that track, but it's somewhere we haven't been for ages. So kind of looking forward to that one.
Keep your pace up.
It will be interesting to go back there. Right, DRS will be active.
DRS enabled.
Dar was bad. Well, he wasn't horrendous, but he was compromised all the way through, simply because he had to use extra tyres. He was struggling to get tyre temperature at one point in qualifying, which compromises quali. And then when you start down the order, it makes you a little bit compromised in the race, you know, because you're having to fight just to hang on to places rather than pushing forward. But Sainz is on fire right now. 3 podiums in the 3 races that he's contended. Obviously, he didn't take part in Jeddah. Another yellow flag. That's a spin this time for a McLaren. Yeah, Ocon with a big spin.
Sorry for the cut. So take it easy.
Yeah. Let's go.
Do everything you can.
Copy.
Let these guys go.
Copy.
Need to defend that.
In fact, let's just get them to calm down on the overtaking a little bit.
Let's just keep it on the track. Take it easy here.
Copy.
Again, Max goes through. He'll do the heavy lifting for us. Both drivers have got very good confidence levels, burning off some of this fuel while protecting the tyres, keeping the batteries nice and charged. We haven't used the battery yet, not since the restart, so we do still have that in our pocket. Max is looking to break away a little bit, so we will use some battery here
Copy.
for a lap or so. And we're into that stage of the season where we are going to be playing favourites now when it comes to the finishing results. We do want Oscar to wrap up the title as quick as possible, so we will be getting drivers to swap places where appropriate. Not trying to break away from the rest of the field. I want them to come with us so that it minimises the gaps opening up behind for Max to drop into when he does make his pit stop.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep.
Use energy.
Copy.
Just trying to measure the gap to Max.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Track temperature is 37 degrees. It's probably only going to go up as well. Even running with this cooler pace setting, our tyres are still quite warm. That's partly down to the track temperature, partly because we are pushing the braking by burning the fuel as we are. And I think Max might be out of battery now. Which is good, because we're almost out of battery, at least with Oscar anyway.
Recharge on.
Copy.
There we go. Back into the DRS with both cars. Just. Trying to keep that field compact if we can. The little gap opened up between Russell and Stroll. Can't really do anything about that, but I can at least keep Sainz and Stroll closest to us. Max just getting the drop on Piastri. So we'll move Mick through. Mick still has more battery to play with. He's not going to make the move, is he? That's the problem with low overtakes, is that they just half the time don't try and actually overtake.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
Copy.
We'll get him on the main straight. too far back because I had him in driving clean air too early. We're not far away from Max.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
No need to panic. Russell closing back up onto Stroll again.
Pull the car.
Copy.
Am I going to have to put him in high? I am. I didn't want to have to put them in high, but they're not getting the overtakes done without it.
Head down. We'll leave you to it.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Okay.
And that extra battery's pretty much gone now anyway.
Let's try and get past them.
Copy.
It has gone. He's got less than Oscar's got left. Big advantage in the tyre again now. Means we can stretch this stint. And that gives us the possibility of maybe going soft. I'm going to program that in. Where would I need to go to? About lap 25, ideally. We'll keep that in our back pocket. Oscar's caught up. Max's tyres giving up on him a little bit now.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah.
Copy. Bring the pack up.
Yeah. Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Just dipped out of the DRS again, but that's okay.
Okay, recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Sainz is trying to put Schumacher under pressure, but we're kind of resisting it, thanks to just sticking to the racing line and having better tyres.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
We should get the move done this time.
Okay, so let's cool the car now.
Copy. We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah. Copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy. Let's go recharge on.
Getting close to the point where I'm just going to push the tyre pace back up slightly. I like the batteries to be full for that. With Max's tyres now under 60%, he is definitely going to start to struggle to pace a little bit more. So we are reaching the point where we can break away. The pace crossover is about now. See Max feeling the need to go defensively there. Sainz getting very close. There's a big gap opened up between Norris and Leclerc, which is a bit of a shame. But then it's very tight behind Norris. A lot of cars in very close proximity, so Max will have some traffic to fight through. The fact that there's a lot of medium runners in there still, well, almost everybody's on mediums, look, means that he won't have to fight through traffic for very long before all those cars in front of him start to box as well. Again, Max going very defensively. Mick sneaking up alongside him. Just saying, hello, I'm here. I'm going to take that place from you very, very soon.
You've got energy.
Copy.
He's blocked it.
Recharge on.
Oh, Sainz sneaking through there. Very sneaky.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah.
Just focus. Use energy.
Copy. Let's pick our pace up, let's go. Let's go recharge off, recharge off.
Copy. We need some PU cooling.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get up the inside there. Evening, Jack.
Something seems wrong.
We're checking.
Any good recommendations for a team to start with? Depends on what level of challenge you want. If you want to find your feet a little bit. Oh, crap. I just thought I forgot to change the ERS on Oscar. I think I probably did the same to something on Mick as well. No, Mick's fine. Shit, that's not so good. Give me 2 seconds to get back to you on that one, Jack.
Come on. So you're good to push on tyres?
So yeah, back to my point. Depends on the kind of challenge you want. If you've not played one of these games before, in the F1 Manager series, then I would say a good team to find your feet with would be Ferrari or Aston Martin. Red Bull's going to be too easy. Mercedes is a little bit more of a challenge. McLaren are terrible to start, but with some knowledge, you can build them up reasonably quickly in the first season if you're playing on standard difficulty. Alpine are a decent bet. They've got a decent car, decent drivers, decent facilities, strong staff, good, strong opening budget. Alpine are a pretty good middle of the road team to start with. And then, once you've had a couple of seasons under your belt and you're confident about how the way the game works and the way things interact with each other, then start thinking about maybe pushing the difficulty up. And then if you want a real challenge, then hard with a team like Haas or Alfa Romeo or Alfa Tauri will definitely be a challenge. We haven't been able to break away from from Max, which is a little frustrating. Which is making it harder for Oscar to close in on Max as well, because Max has been able to run just about at Schumacher's pace. I would definitely recommend starting on standard difficulty. Easy difficulty is too easy. After a first half a dozen races, you end up, way ahead of where you should be compared to the rest of the grid.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Right, Oscar is back onto Verstappen, and we have just about dropped sights in the process. Mick has broken away. Max's tyres are worse than ours. Hopefully he won't catch us back up. That will allow me to put a lot of battery back into Oscar quickly, and then try and leapfrog him past Verstappen. And Max is pushing, which means he's about to box.
Bring the pack up.
I do want to get past him and get that confidence boost for Oscar before that happens. So I'm just going to push mixed tyres a little bit, make sure that Max doesn't get the DRS. Put Oscar in a prime position to get the move done.
We can push more.
Copy.
Overtake is available.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
Right, stay out another lap, please, Max. Stay out another lap. He might box this lap. He might go one more. He's staying out another lap. Good. Science is into the pits. Oscar trying to make the move into turn one and gets it. That's more medium tyres.
Go recharge on, please.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Use everything.
Copy.
Boxing this lap.
Yeah. Copy box.
Box Oscar this lap. And Mick next lap.
So now. We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy. Let's push. Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on. Oscar pit lane.
Oh, Max stays out another lap. I did not expect that. Stroll coming in behind us. That's an excellent stop. It's not a good stop for Stroll. Oscar's going to come out behind Vershaw and Gasly. Oh, right behind them. That was nearly calamitous there.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
So this has worked out quite well because it gives me the opportunity to try and get a DRS overtake in.
And you are free to use the energy when you want.
Okay.
So you use the free
That's not going to do it.
Yeah.
back off. Copy.
Max stays out again. Okay, so we're going to get an undercut on Max. Does this mean he's going to go with softs, though? Is he really going to stretch those tyres? We'll have the undercut. We've got Leclerc coming in behind us. 2.3, not bad. Russell's on hards.
Magnussen is now stopped.
Leclerc has gone mediums and has got ahead of George Russell.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Oscar's losing a lot of time here behind Gasly.
You've got energy?
Copy.
There we go, we've got the DRS and we've got the move done. Mick up behind Norris.
Let's go recharge on.
What tyres is Max going for? He's probably going to go mediums. He's in. Should jump in with both cars here. It's softs. And it's a bad stop. It's a really bad stop.
Gasly pitted.
Over to you, Karun.
The Red Bull team waiting. And it's in that moment right there, that things go wrong.
So where is Max going to come out?
Norris stopped.
Sainz has got him as well. That's excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Stroll's got him. Leclerc has got him. Oh, that's beautiful. He's stuck behind his teammate. It's an issue for Porsche.
The Haas pit crew are all ready. Oh, but it's slow. That's so unfortunate for the team.
Porsche also going softs. Max has got through against Charles Leclerc. Stroll up next. New fastest lap there for Carlos Sainz. Perez boxes from 8th. Stop tyres for the Ferrari. Not a great stop.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Verstappen's past Stroll already. He's going to be pushing very hard, very fast on those tyres. This could be a fastest lap for Max. Max having a coffee during the stop. Yeah, maybe. That always mechanics were.
Back off now.
And there we go. Fastest lap for Max. A 1:35.3. Keeping Sainz close to us to try and frustrate Verstappen. I want to stretch these tyres a bit as well, just so we've got more wiggle room on the softs at the end. Almost got rid of that extra fuel. We're approaching the halfway point. Lap 28 will be the halfway. And Verstappen is now in DRS range of sights. Leclerc has not been able to go with Max at all. He's still 4 seconds off the back of Stroll. Stroll on a very quick lap, last lap.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a lunge from Verstappen? Nope. So our buffer is doing its job. We're even bringing Stroll back into potential contention here as well. What tyres is Stroll on? He's also on mediums. Now you see Max is struggling to get through thanks to Sainz having the DRS. It's areas like this though where he's going to be dangerous with those soft tyres. He's going to have a lot more grip through the corners. But if we can keep him tucked up here behind Sainz, it's A, it's going to slow him down on his potential maximum pace, and B, it's going to burn out those softs quite quickly as well in the dirty air. Just as we're managing to do a little bit to Sainz here. Evening, Cloud. Yeah, we had a 1-2 in the sprint, just like last year, but the race did not go well for us last year. This year we are doing pretty well. You can see in real time how much Verstappen's tyres are dropping off. Sainz with a much better launch. I think Sainz is using some battery. Wow, he just left Max for dead there, didn't he? This is great. We are absolutely killing Verstappen's tyres, keeping him trapped up behind Sainz here. Forcing him to abandon the opportunity of softs, hopefully, for the final stint. Oscar is struggling to get past. That'll be down to his engine being slightly less powerful, and the fact his ERS is now playing up as well. Going to get the move done here, potentially. And again, mix battery deployment. Just a little bit more potent. Oh, Sainz just slipping out of DRS range. So Max is going to make the move. Very late on the brakes there. No DRS open for the Alpine, but a very strong acceleration out the corner. Is Max going to have a lunge? He is. Max is through, but he's lost a lot of tyre life just trying to get through. And it's not over yet. Be careful they don't wipe each other out. Yeah, I'm wary of that fact. They've been well behaved so far this weekend. Max is out of DRS range, so hopefully Sainz will get back in front, or at least force Verstappen to go defensively.
Energy is available.
Copy.
Work on your PU cooling.
Copy.
Want Oscar to get credit for the overtake. He needs that confidence. There we go.
We will be swapping cars.
Sainz did get back in front of Max. And now we're going to get them to just tuck in.
Avoid overtake, avoid overtake.
Copy, just take it easy on the straight.
Yeah.
Can we do lift and coast?
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Overtake is available.
Come on, break away from Max again. Oh, it's going to be tight. I think we might have just done it. It's going to be really tight. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag ahead.
Spin for Valtteri. What a disaster it's been for Mercedes.
To recharge on, please.
I'm starting to think maybe I should let Mick through. He has got more pace than Oscar.
Let's see if we can get past them.
I took a risk.
Use energy.
Copy.
Managed to get out of it. Whew.
Focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Let's push, come on.
Max is going to have to stop soon.
No risks.
Copy.
Leclerc has made no progress. Since he got ahead of Russell at the pit stops. If anything, he's lost a little bit of ground to Stroll.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah. Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
And Stroll's into the pits early. So is this going to be hards or mediums? Probably hards with this many laps to go. It is hards.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
So when is Max going to box, and what tyres is he going to go onto? I think he's protecting his tyres now, trying to stretch them. So he should get himself into the medium window. It's a question of whether he can get himself into another soft window. If he can, that will be a little more problematic.
Charge is good.
Copy.
If I drop him, he may pit early. Yeah, potentially. I am considering pushing. Just pushing the pace with Schumacher a little bit. Can't push the tyres though, not if I'm going to make my strategy work. So I think I kind of have to just kind of ignore Max a little bit and just stick to the game plan. We've got enough pace to keep him behind, that's the important thing. Again, keeping him behind us, even if he does try and protect his tyres, they will overheat. You know, at a quicker rate. So he's only got another couple of laps in those tyres. If anything, I can up the pace a little bit with Mick. And go to standard pace there.
Copy.
Get Mick to deploy for a lap. Sainz is in. .21 laps to go. Hard tyres for Sainz. So it's not just a question of what tyres can go the distance, it's also what tyres are available. Now, Max has gone medium soft, so he should theoretically have another set of mediums available. Don't know if he'll have another set of softs available. Might do. Science Boxing has taken a bit of pressure off the back of Verstappen. He's not going to have to drive defensively now. He can focus his attention directly forward. I'm hopeful that our DRS and acceleration and speed will help us stretch the gap just a little bit. See if we can drop him.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Don't want to drop Oscar in the process. There we go.
Verstappen's pitted.
So Max is in.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
And it's medium tyres for Max. Alright, so he's going to be quick. Leclerc is through. Sainz is stuck behind Stroll. Stroll's not going to get there, I don't think. Maybe. There is Max. Ah, damn it. He got out just in front of the other hard tyres. Behind Russell, but Russell has to stop again soon. Maloney with a 1:35.0. We're going to beat that. We are going to beat the fastest lap. Mick's pit window is about to open. Let's keep an eye on Max. Hopefully he gets overtaken here. It's asking a lot for Stroll to get him. Max, his tyres will be pretty much up to temperature by the end of this lap. He's almost in DRS on Russell as well.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can.
Yep.
He's comfortably in Russell's DRS. This should be an easy pass here. Yeah, he's just going to go powering right around the outside of him. Not even a challenge into turn one.
Recharge on, please recharge on.
Copy.
So we are going to have to hunt down Verstappen.
Push, push, push.
Okay, copy. Lift and coast 12.
Copy.
No saving required.
Copy.
Do everything you can, mate.
There is a new fastest lap for Max, a 1:34.0. Ooh, that's quick. He's on the back of his teammate already. He's flying. Yeah, look at that. Nearly 4 seconds faster than Mick on that last lap. 3 seconds quicker than Oscar. Although Mick was charging up on the last lap. This Verstappen is being stubborn. Oh, sorry, Leclerc is being stubborn before he boxes, not letting Max through. I was going to box him on the next lap, but I'm going to box him this lap.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Copy for box. Box, box.
Box.
So we gave Oscar DRS on the main straight there for his pit lap. Leclerc stayed out. .1 second stop, that's quick. Second fastest stop of the day.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre. Overtaking is available.
Copy. Good to push.
Copy.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Yep. Copy.
Saw just how much time we gained on Leclerc through that
Kick the pressure.
long sweeping corner. Who's staying out again? So that's DRS at the start of a flying lap attempt for Mick. Why didn't Oscar box? I thought I told him to box. Oh, crap. I've just screwed over Oscar. Best I can do now is get in front of Max and then just try and really frustrate him by going full defensive mode.
Copy.
This isn't going to be fastest lap worthy either, I don't think.
Oscar pit lane.
Oscar's going to come out behind Sainz. Oh, he did get the fastest lap. 2.4. It's not a great stop.
So let's
It'll do.
Tyres.
I'm out behind Stroll as well. Okay, well, that's a couple of cars I can use to get some DRS overtakes in. But I'm 11 seconds off the lead now. 10 seconds off of Schumacher. By staying out that extra lap that I didn't mean to. That has really screwed him over.
Use energy now. Copy.
Recharge on.
No more DRS.
All right, confidence boost for Oscar.
Go get him.
His flying lap attempt.
Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to. Okay, we need some more lift and close, please, and a bit more in each zone.
Max's tyres have already taken a beating because he pushed so hard at the start of that stint. If I can get in front of him, I can really frustrate him. I want to get a bit of extra fuel and some battery before we do that jump. And we've got enough pace and grip to keep the tyres in the lowest setting here and still prove to be a pain in his arse. In fact, we got him. Or have we? Yes, we have.
Overtake available. Let's make sure we keep those cars behind.
The 33.9 for Oscar. What is the fastest lap? I never actually looked. Didn't see it pop up. A 33.5. That should be quick enough. Oscar gets into DRS range.
Back off. Copy.
Schumacher frustrating Verstappen. We're doing an Alonso here. Driving as slow as we can. Oscar gets through.
Sweet. This is good, come on.
And you can see the gap is coming down.
No more lift and coast required. Okay, push. Let's go. Keep going.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Let's recharge on.
Just want to make sure that Max is the one who gets in front for the DRS detection point. There we go. Not trying to break Verstappen at the moment. I'm trying to slow him down to let Oscar catch up. Evening, Clark.
Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Gap is coming down. Oscar's just 2 seconds away now. Again, just want Max to be the one to get the detection point first.
Look after these tyres.
Turn him out of defensive now into neutral. Now we'll speed him up a little bit as well. And here comes Oscar, almost in range. We dragged Sainz onto this fight as well. So if we can really frustrate Max and wear out his tyres, there's every chance that Sainz might be able to nab him as well, which would be glorious if that's the case.
Bring the pack up. Look after front tyres.
No lift and coast required.
So we're back into the cat and mouse of the first stint. Trying to push and frustrate Verstappen. While taking the least amount of punishment on our own car in the process. We've dropped Sainz, that's kind of expected, unfortunately.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
And 9.5 laps left. Max's tyres are definitely starting to suffer. Below 60%, we know that that's a performance drop. We're just sitting back in the zone right now.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
There we go, that's a full battery now for Schumacher.
So we will go recharge off.
No saving required.
Max having to work a lot harder than we are to keep this pace up.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Just biding my time, waiting for the right moment.
Okay, recharge on.
Let's let Oscar close up again.
No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
Yeah, copy.
We need recharge off.
Copy.
And there you can see the view behind Max.
Focus
It's
on
just
bringing the pack
full
back up.
of Alpha Tauri. Seven laps to go.
Overtake is available.
Copy. Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
Ah, damn it.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
You can back off a bit.
Copy.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Alright, let's break away from Max in the
Energy
opening
is
sector here.
available.
Copy.
See ya.
Now we can see what happened.
Evening, Anthony.
So here we go, heading into turn one. The opportunity begging to be taken. And that's second place now.
So as a team, Red Bull faltering just a little bit at the moment. Leclerc not having a great race. Max still determined though. You can see how quick he's been tonight. But now, I think we've got enough pace to leave him behind for good. I hope. Evening, Derek.
And recharge on, recharge on. Save fuel.
And we've got the gap up to 3 seconds now.
Five laps to go. Need to look after the tyres. Need to defend that. I do not want you fighting as long as that's clear. Let's just keep it on the track.
And yeah, we've broken Verstappen.
Okay, we need lift and coast, please.
See, Seitz not lapping quick enough. Russell all over the back of Leclerc. We'll keep an eye on this. Leclerc's tyres also really starting to hurt now. Russell is through. Mick pulls over.
4 laps to go.
Oscar now in a strong position. Will take maximum points for the win. Didn't quite have enough pace in the car with the ERS issue and the fact that Mick's been just that fraction quicker this weekend to take the fastest lap as well. But it's safe in Mick's hands. So we'll still get maximum peak points for the team. Russell and Leclerc still squabbling. Come on, George. Take more points away. Now we're going to see a Red Bull appear on the right hand side. They go side by side. Russell tries to shut the door on him. Leclerc is still there.
3 to go. Keep looking after these tyres.
So as things stand, we're taking 44 points in the Constructors tonight here, plus the 15 from the sprint. That's 59 points. Let's see. Red Bull got 8 in the sprint. They are on for 15 with Max. And currently 6 with Leclerc. Potentially 8 if he gets back in front of Russell. So they're on for 23 or 21. So 29 or 31 points in total. So we will get another big jump in points over Red Bull in the constructors' fight. Max doesn't have any pace left.
Two laps to go. Copy.
Stroll actually closing the gap a little bit, but I don't think he's got enough pace left to catch him. Not Stroll, sorry, Sainz. Sainz took 0.3 out of Max, or 2.5. Leclerc going to have a dive bomb up the inside. Nope, thinks better of it. And I think Russell might have enough left in the car to hold Leclerc back. Oh yeah, Leclerc's tyres are dead. 27%. It should be Russell's now. Final lap. We are in formation flying. And Leclerc is struggling to even stay with Russell now. Just has absolutely no grip left.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, Norris and for sure having a ding-dong fight for 8th place. Gasly right behind them as well. I don't think he got the DRS. Can for sure get the move done. Norris goes defensive. Mashaw into the slipstream. Makes the move. Oscar has won the Grand Prix.
Piastri has done it. He's got the win. And the winner today, it's Oscar Piastri.
What an achievement! Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers for granted, but not today.
That's the checker flag.
This one's going to go right down to the wire. Leclerc now 2.5 seconds off of Russell. Those tyres fell apart. He crosses the line. Takes 7th place. For sure. Gets past Norris with 1 corner to go. And that's more good points for Alfa Romeo. But that man there is getting closer and closer to his first World Championship. We are getting closer and closer to our first Constructors' Championship. Max minimising the damage as much as he can with another third place. But there's not many points left. Not many points left at all.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
And you'd love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. With such a strong performance from Piastri, there's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
There's further delight for the team as they get to see both drivers up there together.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the United States Grand Prix.
Mick had the pace today, but he did the job for the team.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So confirmation of the final result. It is a win for Oscar Piastri, thanks in part to some very gracious pulling over from Mick, who does take the fastest lap. Max is third, Sainz in fourth, Stroll fifth, Russell sixth, Leclerc down in seventh place. For sure, up 2 places to take eighth with just 2 corners to go from Lando Norris, who also getting a couple of places, getting to the points. Gasly up 3 to take the final point. Looking at the bottom half, Porsche up 3, Magnussen down 4, then it's Zhou up in 13th. That's a decent result for Mercedes. Maloney down 5 places, not a good race for him. Ocon recovering a little bit after that spin early on. Perez up 4 places to 16th, but that's not really that impressive when you're considering it's a Ferrari and you're rated at 90 overall. Bottas down 5 places to finish in 17th. More woes for Mercedes. Isaac Hadjar up 1 place, but only because there were 2 retirements. Alex Albon and Giovinazzi colliding. You know, Albon spinning out of control and just collecting Giovinazzi in a big shunt. In the Drivers' Championship, it's 381 points now for Oscar, who picks up 33 across the race and the sprint. Max is 92 points behind. There are only 110 points left in the Drivers' Championship. Very close. 18 points will be enough because Oscar has 10 wins. Max has 5. There are only 4 Grand Prix left. So the race wins will count in Oscar's favour if they manage to end up tied. Oscar needs just 18 points now from the remaining Grand Prix events. Mick in third gets 26 points, closes the gap by 5 to Verstappen. He's now just 7 points away from second place again. Leclerc a long way back now in fourth, 221 points, completely out of the championship, and not looking like he's going to get into the top 3 at this rate. Russell on 181 points, 40 behind Leclerc, probably not going to catch him. Stroll in 6th, pulls out a little bit of a gap now to his teammate. That gap is now up to 25 points. Lando Norris, 2 points tonight. He is 3 away from triple digits, but Sainz, his old teammate, has really put some pressure on him there. Just 3 points behind him with 4 races to go. Big gap opened up as well to Albon, who's now 30 behind his teammate. Perez is having a disastrous season again. He's down in 11th place. Magnussen just 5 behind him now. Looking a bit further down, for sure, jumps ahead of Maloney by a point. Mercedes still rooted to the bottom of both tables here. Into the constructors' standings, there you see 663 points. We outscored Red Bull by 30 tonight. We are 153 points clear. I'm not quite sure how many points are available still in the constructors. Let me see if I can quickly work it out. What the calculator, so 44 points times 4 is 176, plus the 15 for the remaining sprint. 191 points remaining, and we are 153 ahead. So we need just 38 more points to win the Constructors' Championship, because again, we have outscored Red Bull by enough wins that on a draw we will take the title. That is glorious stuff. Aston Martin stretching their lead over Ferrari again, up to 279, and looking pretty much uncatchable now for Ferrari, given how Ferrari's form has been. One of their drivers is performing, one of them is not. They are safe in 4th place, though. Alpine in 5th place, pulled away from from McLaren. They've got a nice little lead there now of 27 points. Williams with a point. Alfa Romeo jump up to 8th, above Haas with those 4 points scored across the weekend. 3 points clear of Haas now, and Mercedes still only 3 points. In the pit stop challenge, Red Bull had the quickest stop with Charles Leclerc, 2.0. We had a 2.1 dead for Oscar and a 2.109 for Mick. 2 very, very quick stops. So second and third for us. Red Bull down in 6th place with Max. So they will score 33 points tonight, and we will score 33 points tonight. It will stay tied. So we have a nice little lead still. 640 against 561. We are 79 points clear at the top of the standings. Ferrari in 3rd. Only pick up the 6 points tonight, but probably have a big enough gap over McLaren. Mercedes in 5th, just 1 point. They're 7 clear of Alpine, who score 6. No more points for Aston, who aren't going to challenge anybody for a position climb. They might if Williams get really lucky, come under pressure from Williams, but slightly unlikely. Still no points for Alfa Romeo or Haas. And there you see our pit stops there. 2.3, then a 2.1 for Mick, a 2.1 and a 2.4 for Oscar. Driver report cards, let's take a look across the whole weekend. It was 13 of 15 in the overtakes for Mick, 20 and 9 in the defending. And for Oscar, 13, 26 and 11 and 11. Pretty solid performance. Again, slightly skewy numbers because we were trying not to overtake for a while, and we were deliberately letting our drivers slingshot past each other at times as well. So yeah, not perfectly legitimate numbers, but good to see that they were strong in defence where they needed to be. No experience for Ollie, but he will be back in the car tomorrow when we go to Mexico. That is a normal Grand Prix weekend. And let's see what we did with the sponsors. We didn't get the fastest lap. We did. Why hasn't it given us the fastest lap? It's not the first time it's done that. But it does every now and again randomly give us a streak that we've broken, so I can't complain too much. We did get both cars into Q3, and then the guarantees, we got 2 in the top 6. We got both into Q2 and qualified 2 in the top 6 as well. So we make 3.9 million, give or take a couple of thousand. Mixed driver rating goes up to 88 overall. Have a look at our inbox. We know about the ERS in poor condition. Car parts, let's see. A failed rear wing on both cars and a suspension failure on Oscar's car as well. So we'll have to get those changed over. Let's do that now. Side pods are going to go on the next race. Suspension's going to go on the next race. Let's install that replacement. We've got 2 spare rear wings for the remainder of the season. We've got 2 spare suspensions. Medium risk. I've got 2 spare side pods. They should last as well. Do we have that new chassis available for Oscar now? Get off. There we go. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So, more sponsorship obligations. No, I do not want to affect my pit crew. In the run-up to the end of the season. Right. Let me have a look at the driver market, because I want to see if we can manipulate it a little bit for when we go to Ferrari next season. So who is in contract, who's out of contract at the end of the season? Leclerc. Ooh, Leclerc could be moving at the end of the season. Be interesting to see if he does move from where he goes to. McLaren has got Lando locked up for the rest of his life, by the look of it. Gasly will stay there. Stroll out of contract. He might disappear next season. Perez out of contract. I'm going to try and put Mick into that seat before the end of the season. Who else is out of contract at the end of the year? Snowder's a free agent. He could come back next season. Sainz is getting on a bit, but he's had a good run. He's still in contract, so he won't be disappearing. Bottas could be retiring at the end of the season, so we could see Tsunoda replace Bottas, potentially. That would be interesting. We could also see Mercedes try and take Leclerc. That would be an interesting move. It would be career suicide for Charles Leclerc to go there, given how bad that team is right now, but you never know. We do not have a full report on Maloney, so let's get a full report on him. Don't have a full report on Hajar either. Behrman, I want to try and take to Ferrari with me. Albon out of contract at the end of the year. 31 now. Knocking on a bit. His seat could be at risk to Tsunoda. Belichak's out of contract. He's a reserve driver. I think we're just into reserves now. Jack Crawford could make a move somewhere. Let's get a full report on Crawford, see what he's up to. Iwasa is a free agent. There's a lot of drivers that are going to miss their opportunity to get on the grid, I think. Iwasa, Fittipaldi, Vesti, all of them probably going to miss out on getting onto the grid. See if Donatella can retain her drive at the end of the season in the reserve slot. A lot of drivers here, you can see, also out of contract in the reserve slots. Right. Weather for Mexico is going to be dry. Excellent stuff. Let's advance time to that Grand Prix. Actually, let me check our facilities first. Board were delighted, as you would expect, with a 1-2 in the race and the sprint. Let's have a look at facilities. Design Centre getting closer and closer to needing that refurb. Wind tunnel is still just over a month away from its upgrade. Getting right down to the nitty-gritty as far as these two facilities here as to when they're going to break. They're going to need refurb soon. We've got plenty of cash in the bank to get those sorted. Boardroom has dipped. Let's give that a refurb. Helipad is close. Tour Centre is going to break in the next couple of days by the look of it. There we go. It has gone. Let's get that refurbed as well. It's still okay. So, there we go. We are so close now to the titles. 153 points clear of Red Bull. What was it? We said we need just 38 more points needed in the Constructors' Championship to win that title. Oscar is just 18 points away from winning the Drivers' title. If things go our way, he could be crowned champion in Mexico. We could be Constructors' champions in Mexico. Unlikely, but mathematically possible. But if something happens to Max either doesn't score points or only scores a couple of points, Oscar has every chance to be champion after the Mexican Grand Prix. Oh, it's going to be an interesting race tomorrow. I can't wait for it. We will be back at the usual time tomorrow of 8 p.m. in the UK. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, please drop a like. Help spread the word about this series. We are going to keep going with this right up to the launch of the next game. So we will be moving and trying to rebuild Ferrari next season as we have achieved everything we need to achieve now for the hardcore playthrough targets with Alfa Tauri, or at least we will have done by the end of the season. So a new challenge will be to resurrect Ferrari, get them back to the top again, and see if we can get Mick as a champion in the same team that his father made so mighty in the early 2000s. Until then, until tomorrow, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.